Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I thought I come and wish you a good weekend. All I said, I talk about a lot of things, offering all kinds of tools and propositions. It's because I think they need to be anchored, they need to be heard. And if only one or two of those propositions kind of help you to gain more power over yourself, to become more aware, then it has to fulfill its function. You only take what resonates with you, what you feel is necessary at this time. You always want to find your center before you react, and take a few seconds, take a few breaths, bring back to your center before you react to any of the situation. And also to learn to relax when the situation is completely unsolvable. There is no need for the mind to get so busy about it. Just be relaxed and be in a state to receive, ask for help, ask for guidance. And we need to lose weight in our thoughts. It's very important to lighten up our thoughts. We need to heal our body, we need to heal our soul, and we need to heal our mind. It's very important to create light thoughts, to become lighter. And that for that, we just need to be aware of what we think, aware of what we do, aware of what we say, aware of becoming aware of things. Understand you already done the ascension in past lives and in other frequency and all dimensions. So it's just we come here and we do it again on this planet. And so, we have already ascended itself, waiting on the higher planes to be integrated. So just be aware of that and move beyond the realm of emotion. For emotion, our GPS to let us know if we're aligned or misaligned with the truth of God. But keep it even, keep it in balance. Let's keep it simple. For the law shall set us free, and the law is progressive evolution. There is countless aspects of the law. We need to master all kinds of virtues and attributes of divinity. For what we seek is to elevate our consciousness about both all the knowledge of things and the knowledge of the means by which we're creating new foundations. So continue to send unconditional love, unconditional light, and let others do their own choice to deal with their own creation. Continue to use the violet fire. The violet fire is quite essential. It is visible on the fourth dimension, the upper fourth dimension, all the way upwards. As we ascend, we'll be able to utilize it more with more intensity. We have to let go of fear and conflict and to tune into the Christ within, the law of God, the light of the soul. And not to let go of all those conspiracy series ideas. For it's really a trap. When we think about that, we are not focused on love and ascension. Just let go. This virus came, it did its function, it awakened humanity. It was beyond any of the past event, beyond the passage of Christ, beyond the fall of Atlantis, beyond the World War. It's created more transformation. Now we're going to see the result in the coming years of that. But the virus did its function, and now it's gone, and just it will go. If it's still some of them around, it will go as soon as the function is complete. So the past is judgment, and we've been able to allow the divine justice of the universe, the divine law, to integrate within ourselves. Right now is generosity. We need to continue to be generous and share. And the future is well-being. There's a great deal of well-being that is coming. What we're working on now is wealth, to connect to the unlimited abundance of source. We're going to lose the foolish ideas we have about abundance and divinity. We're going to be or you can already move into the future. 20 years into the future, you're already an ascended master. You're in perfect health and perfect abundance, and just bring this energy here and be that now. And what is coming up is departure, living. I'm looking for a place to rent for a month here in Caen, or maybe in Paris, just the time I finish my process. But if you listen to this video in English, you're probably not in the area, so I won't. I still thank you for watching, for liking, for sharing, for commenting, for your donations. And if you want a private session, you can send me an email. For we have to become to integrate all the divine rays. The 7 and the 12, then eventually the 7 virtue and quality of each of the divine ray. They come from the great source, the great central sun. Then they pass through the Father, Mother, God, and then they go into the Elohims, and then the Elohims to the Devics, and the Devics to the elementals, and then the elementals to the animals, human included. So it's this energy to understand where they come from and how you can go within to trace it back to source, and to utilize that in a much more primal energy. For now, it's like balancing the three primal ray, the divine will, the blue fire of divine will, the pink fire of divine love, and the yellow fire of divine wisdom are very much what we need to bring into balance. But then we move into the 7 ray, and then we move into the 12 ray. What we seek is to fall in love with God. For God, it's very easy to fall in love with God, although we don't understand all the things He does. It's still like, for those who have the faith, is to know that God is the most beautiful and the most loving being in the whole universe. So it's like easy to, He's got it all. And so, and God will never betray you, will always be with you. Also. So it's like He'll never reject you in any way or form. So it's very much the first thing to do to fall in love with life, with God, with yourself, not in an egocentric, narcissistic fashion, but to have this love for source is really primal. And then connect to the Metatronic light and to activate the fire codes within the DNA. The Metatronic light flows from the great central sun into the archangel Metatron, who spiral it into the universe. This energy, this primal energy, can lead us back to the source as well. But it's also the manifestation of physical light that becomes the physical light, and all the electrons for is really the creator of all that matter, which is light that has slowed down for experiences. So as you become more closer, more understanding of the light, you are able to follow it, to be guided by it, to be integrated within it. But we need to learn to live in fifth dimension before accessing it or having a fifth dimensional light body. For that, we just need to let go of ego and separation and feel the connection to light and love. It's all about changing the way we think, to think peace and harmony, and do not get lost in all the conspiracies. It's all a distraction. Go into consciousness instead. And for we all collective consciousness, we've many collective consciousness fragmented in the whole cosmos. So there's all kinds of them. What we need is to connect to our own soul family, and for that they said by their fruits you will know them. And it's because Osiris in his book was kind enough to reveal that. It says all the family, the spiritual family, have their own trees. For them, Isis, Osiris, and their family, it was the orange tree. The orange was their fruit. By their fruit, you will know them, which family they belong to, and eventually we'll know what family we belong to and what is our primal fruit, so to speak. And so, for there are many positions to be filled in the service of divinity. So just know that you have unique gifts, unique talents, and it's through the mixing of all those unique talents and people that are awakening that we'll be able to create the new worlds. We have all amazing gifts, very different and unique, and we all have to participate on our level. The highest wisdom is breathing more consciously. The fact to breathe is like, we don't know, at some point we didn't realize we breathe, but now we can breathe consciously, and breathing consciously that will not interfere with all that we have to do outside, but we will be conscious of our breath. It's going to be, and breath is more than just oxygen. It's like the pure life force of God, the light. What we need to understand is the tribe, to connect to those who resonate with us. There's so many. What we need to do is the soulmate. This card has been coming up, if you interpret it. And the outcome is here and now. So it's all about here and now, being here and now, allowing the energy to flow in the here and now. And so you can also call on the Melchizedek Brotherhood, and they're really here for all beings. They're primary descending sons order of the local universe. They're the first order. They're super teachers. They are Melchizedek receivers on the planet. They're always wise counsel. They're always faithful to God, and they teach all level, from angels to archangels. They teach everybody. They classify. They have their own world and groups of worlds in celestial regions, but they are Melchizedek receiver on the planet, and they have the ability to create the links between science and religion, to express the truth in that way. Also trust the ascended master, and you can trust them if you had to give to entrust them with your parents or with your children. You could do that totally, and they completely enlighten. And even the country, we could let them leave. The Christ could come and lead the world back into. But they don't authorize to do that because of the law. So we have to become the Christ. We have to become the ascended masters in order to fulfill those roles, well connected with the angels, archangels, and ascended masters as well, to to receive their wisdom. But we have to become the new. Because it's very rare. Only the Christ came back a few times after his crucifixion, and then Saint Germain had an authorization to live a life in the 18th and 19th century as an ascended being. He had a bioplasmic body, he was kind of magic power, but it's very rare that beings are authorized to, after their ascension, they work from another plane. So, but now it's for us to become that. And there was a grid of 144 crystals that's been activated. We don't need to go anywhere, but they are bridged to the ninth dimension, to the divine plan. So you can connect to that grid no matter where you are, and for understanding God and the universe and life is comprehensible. It's completely coherent. It's just a matter of like tuning into the right frequency. And understanding all the divine laws are included within divine love. If you understand divine love, the laws will reveal to you. And so, we need to unlearn everything we learned as a child, and gaining in the presence and letting go of interfering thoughts. It is important to do that and to feel who we truly are, the love of God manifested. But we have to stop to play the game of the matrix and to not be tempted to intervene in all those forms. The life will be mirrored to the dark souls. They will see the controllers. They will see what they do. Once they become awakened, they're going to be, oh my God, what have I done? For meditation is very essential. It brings you back to balance. It restores. So it's good to do a little meditation, even if it's just 3 times a day, 10 minutes. And turn your tongue inwards when you meditate. It really helps. Turn the tongue inwards. For when we were babies, our tongue was completely in the pocket, drinking from the nectar of life. But many people will not be able to put the tongue back, or even to cultivate enough nectar to feed the body. But just to turn it inside, it's like the energy goes up and then it sends it back down. So it's like it completes the energy circle by having your tongue inwards. When you do meditation, there was a great period of searching from the 80s, 90s, 2000s. A lot of people went into search on the Maya calendar and all those things. But all this searching is like, it created an increase in consciousness in the planet, a dynamism, and now we're no longer, there come a point where we're no longer seeker. We all know it's already there. It's just a matter of allowing to come into our consciousness. But we were given the time to prepare for this ascension, and very few will ascend, but the others will do later. And we're going to be ascended by waves. And for between 2007 and 2012, there was this huge preparation, and now 2021. 2020 was the breakthrough, what created the awakening. But we'll see in 2022, 23, 24, a great deal of change and enlightenment for the ability to live well on the earth. So we'll do what we can, but to already create this beautiful life for ourselves and let go of all the conflicting thoughts. We're gonna receive energy of balance and energy on the 20th, 21st, 22nd with the equinox. And for Plato used to say life is a fight and death is a victory. For at the end of life we see all we've done, but let us live now, for we need to heal the soul, the body, and the mind. It's very important. He was saying also something funny, is that it's okay for a child to be afraid of the dark, but for a grown-up person to be afraid of the light is not okay. We do not want to be afraid of the light. A lot of people are afraid of the light because they're losing their ego power and control. For we want to see beyond the shadows of our culture, and accept that you will not be understood by the mass of the population that are completely engulfed within the shadows of their culture. To continue to hope and pray for miracles and be ready to receive them. And the wisdom, another thing was Platonician, is like wisdom will call you to stay away from politics, but the danger is that you will be led by people who have less wisdom than you. So it's like it's a balance of things. Saint Germain was don't try to solve the material problem, and the less you put your hand in those heavy dark energies, the faster the solution will come. Because all things is regulated in truth by the great God of all creation, and that the I Am presence is the minister. Our soul creates the programs, but God can precede and supersede anything. As soon as He sees you're ready for something, He will give you access to something. So it's very much about understanding this I Am presence. Embrace the will of all our will and all that we are, but it transcends it as well. So Because we're not going to be able to return to a normal life. And it's normal life. We can be sad about it, but it's not going to happen. What's coming is much better. But the old is gone. And we give an opportunity to see what do we want to do to create better. It's an opportunity that was given to all the souls to express their truth, their dominant nature, whether it's dark or light. So a lot of people are awakening to the light inside. So the darkness and the fear, or the love and the light. But do not fear, and connect to God's love and light, and let go, breathe, realize, and take the energy, the consciousness within every breath. It's always been there. Now it's just we're embracing it, we're feeling it, we're accepting it. The only thing we can do is accept it and love the gift of life. For the wisdom comes from God. All the wisdom we have is like the wisdom of man can have value, but the wisdom of God transcends it. So no, you are on the list of full realization, so in this lifetime. So just do not seek to control or manipulate the abundance of source. Just be in the allowing, in the trusting, in letting go, in the receptivity of it. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. There's a lot of things I wanted to discuss today. I hope just see how it resonates. But be very strong. You'll not even be strong, but you need to organize your thoughts. We want to bring our life in order so that we can be able to find the freedom and the joy to participate. I have to start painting again. Spirit seems to be very eager that I start painting again. So that's part of the agenda. I'm going to sing a song to finish. It's an old song by a very spiritual song written by an atheist, but it's very spiritual nevertheless. It's called Imagine. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Hey, 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 hey. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Ooh, 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 you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Ooh, 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 you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. And so it is, and it is so. Amen, amen, amen. May the world be at one. For it's going to be more and more obvious that we're going to need to create a system where everybody can live in peace in this planet, and everybody has all the. There is enough riches for everybody to have to be covered in the program. So, but. We want to create the energy exchange with ourselves, with our soul, with spirit, and let us be guided from there. And the card of the day is the King of Michael, which has principle, rational, ambitious, and respected. Leave place to wisdom and objectivity. Be honest. The situation that must be handled with integrity and necessity a good connection. So it's very much about that, and just stay true to your highest value and your highest principle and your joy, and continue to cultivate that connection. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste, namaste, namaste.